Hi there, it's Ava, and on this tutorial, everything is made on my Samsung Note 8 Android phone. Love, love, love my Samsung phone. And it's all made in PicsArt. Everything you need is going to be right there in PicsArt. Here are my social medias where I can be found. I'll try to remember to put links to those in the description. This is going to be an easy tutorial using layers. Like, subscribe, and get reminders. Remember, hit that bell. Get 100 of you guys, I can get a channel. All the tutorials are made by me, again, using PicsArt, where imagination is your only limit. In this edit on the top left, using only these elements that you see right here on the bottom. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Hi everybody, this is Ava, and we're going to edit this gorgeous photo here, this edit by Ronald Bird Henry. Awesome, amazing gallery. If you have not visited his gallery, definitely somewhere to stop by. So you're just going to hit remix on his picture, and it's going to open in PicsArt. You're going to use this cutout tool, hit the person. It takes it just a minute. And now you want to click this erase right here. And you can start out with a brush kind of big like I see here where it's not really on him. And it's okay if you get some of what does need to be covered, because you can go back and catch it. Shrink your pencil down because you don't want it huge. You just want to catch those edges that you just knocked off. Here, let's get this that we missed. And you just kind of want it roughly. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect because you can clean it up when you take it into draw. So keep that in mind. Now look, some of you may not be able to do this right here as quick as I am. Believe it or not, I used to be forever slow at this, and you're probably thinking, yeah, right. I promise I did. But I've been using PicsArt for about 6 years. And that old adage you hear your whole life about how practice makes perfect. Yeah, well, here to tell you it's true, people. So don't get aggravated with yourself if you are moving slowly. It is okay. It is also okay to start and stop a YouTube tutorial 1,000 times if that's what it takes to get it. Been there and done that too. Always just keep patience. Know that you can do it and don't give up. And one day you'll be doing edits thinking, how did this used to take me so long? Just like I do. Now, after you've got what you want read that you're going to save, click Save. Even though you can still see the background, watch. Bam! Now, you're going to scroll across here, find your draw mode, click Draw. Now, what I'm going to do right here, I have already went around on him. Here, I'll show you. Click on him. You want that layer to be gray where he is. Click your eraser. And you can shrink your pencil down, and you can take your time and go around and clean him up and get all the red off, and just take your time with it if you want the red completely off, okay? And it's going to clean him up and leave you a nice fresh line. But I have cheated because I already made this edit, so I actually have the sticker saved where I worked on him. That is not the one I want. Let's go get the one I cleaned up because I know I saved him somewhere. There he is. All nice and clean. You're just going to set him, you know, you can move him around in a minute. Open your layers, add a layer, add empty layer, pull that empty layer under the boy. Hit your draw. Or no, I'm sorry, don't hit your draw. Hit your red. And now look, what I did was I had selected this red off of his background just in case I needed it, but it's basically just a red. And you'll move this thing around and you can pick your color. And you want to click Shapes, Circle, Fill, and tell it OK. And you don't want your circle to be that small. There you go. And you want your circle to just kind of be, you know, a good size. You don't want it to take up the whole picture, but you want him kind of coming out of the red circle. And look, because he's on another layer, if you need to reposition him, you can. See, because they're not connected, he'll move and the red circle does not. Add another empty layer. Pull it under both of those. Add objects, click sticker. And I went in earlier and did a search, and I searched for books or education and came up with this awesome little sticker right here. And you're going to pull it so that it can, you know, become a little bigger. Okay, so you kind of play and you get those positions sort of where you might want them. Here's a little trick. Make sure your red circle is copied, okay? Hit copy. Hit add, empty layer, hit your color bucket, turn that bottom layer, or that layer right there you got highlighted black. See right here where this N and this arrow down is? Hit multiply, these three dots at the top, click merge. Turn your circle black. Now drag that layer under the red circle. Click on the layer with the black circle. Hit your three little dots for layer actions and click transform. And because this newspaper has the shadow kind of off and to the left, that's where you want your shadow for your circle to be. Pull it down some, then go over here to your opacity and pull it till it kind of matches around the same shadow as the newspaper. Now we're going to move this newspaper just a tiny bit, because I got a little white corner sticking out down there that I really didn't want sticking out. Let's do this like that. Oop, just a hair. Make sure and watch where your edges are. See right here where I'm showing you, because look what I've done. I barely cut off the corner of the shadow, but it's going to be okay. Now look, I'm going to merge my red circle and my black one. I'm going to add an empty layer. I'm going to pull it above the newspaper. And the reason that I'm doing that, here I'll show you. Click on your newspaper layer. Click color. See this little eyedropper right here? It's kind of like a square lining up around it. Click that eyedropper. Pull this over here. Don't always assume just because it's white, oh it's white. No, because I promise you it won't always match. Now hit shapes. Your square, you want it to fill, tell it OK. Now when you do this, look, it's going to see how it's getting big enough that it's covering up your stuff. Take this little circle lock on the corner and it will turn your square. And what I did, because I wanted my text to fit there in the middle, but it really didn't fit in that box right, I took and covered up so far down the newspaper just to cover that box so that I could put my text there. Got mine all covered up. Now you can take that layer, three dots, merge, put it with the newspaper. Click add layer, empty layer, and pull it down between the dot, the circle that you did, and the newspaper. You want it right there in the middle of it. This will be where you put your text. My text is already done. It is in a sticker because I did it earlier. Some things it's better, you know, to prepare ahead of time. And I kind of knew where I was going with this one, what I wanted it to say. So that is why I have all of mine prepared. And you'll place it just wherever you want it to be. Now again, layer actions, copy. You have a copy of it, add empty layer, turn that layer black, hit your check mark down here where the N is and the little arrow, click that. You want to click multiply, your three dots for layer actions, merge, turn it black, pull it all the way under the red text. Now you're going to click with that layer with the black text on it highlighted. Layer actions, transform. And you just want to pull it down some. You can pull it off to the side, pull it down, whatever. My whole aim in this is to make the red lettering stand out more. Okay, there's your edit. So if it looks like you've got everything placed where you want it, like I think I'm going to move him just a hair. Kind of want it like that. I like that a little better. Then you'll take your layers, layer actions, merge, 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 merge. Add empty layer. Pull it under everything that you just merged together. Now click up here where everything is merged together, click layer actions and transform. And shrink him, just a little bit. You want him to be the focus, but you want some room around him, okay? Click on your empty layer, add objects, photo, free images, and you're going to put right here, education background. Pretty sure that's what I searched. Unsplash. And you'll just scroll through and pick the picture that you like, that you want to use for the background. I played with a few, didn't really find anything that fit right. And then I looked up and found, there it is, right here. The lockers, because who doesn't have lockers in school, right? And even though it is not the size of your edit, you just stretch that baby right on up to fit it. And line it up, where you want it to line up. If you like those or if you like these. I kind of liked these because it gave a little bit of sun behind it. Now, see how that doesn't really look like it blends? Here's a trick. Add an empty layer, pull it under what you're wanting your background to be, and turn that background layer, in this case black. You can also use white in this trick. Now click on your layer that has your lockers on it. See how it's highlighted gray? And turn your opacity down. Because you want to be able to see them and give the idea of, school, education, achievement, and everything. But you want the main focus of your edit to be him. And then once you've got your background done, see, you can kind of play and see where you want to stretch this to. We're going to kind of leave him right like that, I think. Add an empty layer. Here, let's do that. Rectangle, stroke, leave it. 20 will probably be okay. Make sure you didn't get rid of your blank layer over here. Let's try this again. Stroke. There it goes. Now the reason that I had embossed the one I did is because it just makes it stand out a little better, I think. But if you don't want to do all that because you're new and it's just too many tools and too much back and forth, or whatever your reasoning may be, just get you a frame on it like this, okay? Tell it check and discard. Now you're back in the FX, and see how I kind of missed at the top up here on my edit? You can go over here to tools and crop and pull it down just enough, if you missed somewhere, that you're just cutting off what you missed. And if you ever want to check to make sure if you've cropped something that you got all the rough edges, pull it over in here. Like you're going to do square fit even though you're not. And then X out of it once you know that you haven't missed anything. But see over here on this very right edge, I see a tiny bit we missed. So I'll just take it back into crop. Pull it in just a hair. And that looks like that got it. So I'm going to take it. We're going to go over here to border. Right there. Click border. And you can turn the inner border off. See that's got the white border that was around. But I'm going to leave it and turn the outside border down because you don't want your borders to take away from your picture. You want them to accent your picture. So let's see if we make that inner border red. and you'll click your check mark, and then you would go over here to text, and you would type in your tag name, whatever you use for your gallery, for your art. That's what you're going to put right there. You're going to click check. You can come through here and pick you out a font. There's a bunch of different ones. I have one that I pretty much stick to on a regular basis for my name on my art, and it's because it's really easy to read. I try to keep that in mind, that, you know, not everybody can read English. Not everybody can read whatever language you speak in. And so keep in mind when you're making things to keep it kind of easy for everybody, you know, sort of. And then I don't know what that blue line is about that y'all are seeing. If you're seeing that, I have no idea what that is. But you just put your name out there, and there you go. And that would be your edit. So now is where you would hit this little this little white circle up here with the arrow in it. You would X out of here. This is going to come up. It's going to automatically be checked free to edit because you are remixing a community member's art. That is so that they get credit in the source, because it is not good practice to use someone else's work without giving them credit for it. It's just kind of a nice gesture to say, hey, check this artist out. They inspired me. Maybe they'll inspire you. And you'll put all your tags in there, like you could put hashtag draw tools, hashtag layers, hashtag education, just anything that describes your picture, because those will make it easier for people to find pictures that have to do with what you've edited. And then you would tell it share, and it's going to show up in your gallery, okay? I'm not sharing this because I already have this edit in my gallery. And that's just a really simple 1, 2, 3 kind of edit, a basic edit, easy to do. Hope you followed along okay. Remember to like, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on here, and look for more tutorials. If there's anything you would like to see in a tutorial, feel free, tag me, ask me if I can do it. I'll be happy to make one for you. And that's the end of this tutorial. As always, big shout out from Alabama. Roll Tide, and I will see you next time.